All right, all right. Good morning. It is Tuesday at 8:24 in the morning. Got about 5 minutes till the market opens. I gotta get in the habit of starting streaming like 20 minutes sooner. I think that would give me a little bit more time to ease into things. I wanted to look at the stocks from yesterday quickly, see if there's any continuation. Does not look like it. NRBO did a reverse split after its crazy run yesterday. Interesting. Keep that one on the watch list. VTYX, no. INM. I'm not so sure about that one coming in today. I'll keep it on the list though. So I'll get rid of everything except for INM and NRBO, I suppose, for right now. Looking at today's list, or today's gap scanner, I've got AKRO. It's up 132%, $28 a share, and ETNB. Um, hmm, SYRS. One thing I did want to look at is also looks like we got AKRO, CMRA, and yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. So looking for the total capital. ENTB is 34 million. AKRO is 303 million. Let's take a look at this one here. So first impressions, it looks pretty decent. I'm currently in this 5 minute pullback right now going into the open, which I usually don't mind. I've got this bottoming wick here. Only thing is it's like $3 off of VWAP right now, so it's a bit extended. Maybe a bit concerned that this is kind of the move right here. And in the open, we might sell off. We'll see. That one looks pretty good though. ENTB, same case. The charting looks pretty good. But in the 5 minute, we're just kind of up and away. So again, we're like 60, 70 cents off VWAP. So potentially, I'm gonna have some red flags there. Just to be careful that's not too extended going into any trades on it. AKRO, that's the one I was just looking at. Yeah, see we're selling off a bit here. SYRS had a big move after the market closed yesterday, but it kind of looks like it's on the backside of it right now, and it's a cheap stock. I'm not interested. This is the one from yesterday, INM, and it's still up a fair bit. I mean, it gave back 20% of the gains. 20% of the gains pre-market, but yeah, we'll see. Right now, looking at the indices, it's a bit of a yikers out there. The gap down like 2 or 3%, kind of absurd. I don't know how. Like who like big money must be on this, right? Like how does that happen in a 1 minute candle? A major indice drops, you know, 7, 8 points. That's insane. It doesn't make sense. So I mean, it's big money. I don't. Yeah, it's a little bit above my head. So going into the open, I'm gonna have my eyes on probably ENTB primarily. I'll put AKRO on this this chart over here. I also wanted to try using. Oh, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll put this back to here, and I wanted to try using the smaller time frames. Try using the 15-second. Something that I've been thinking about. So, market is open. It's going to push straight away and then sell off. So it's pushed through those pre-market highs there. Just watching carefully right now. See if we'll start curling back up. Hmm. So getting some selling pressure right here. Ooh, NRBO. This one halted to the upside. How did he open here? So I'll keep that one in the back of my mind. ENTB. That's nice. Well, that's not very good. AKRO. Yeah, waiting on this one for right now. So we're starting to curl a bit. Look at the 15-second. Try buying there with a really tight stop under these levels. See if we'll get the curl. Be out there. It was worth a try. To see if we get the red to green, but it's not going to happen there. So we just needed another little cent down, and then it started curling. So halt on NRBO was at 32 and 11 seconds. So we've got about 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes till the resumption on that. We wanted the red, the green on this here. What was the idea? Yeah, so the markets are down massively this morning, like 2, 3%. Just in a big gap. This thing's getting shorted heavily right now. I was looking kind of for a similar thing to what we saw yesterday on INM with that aggressive red to green, and I missed out on it. So I was trying to anticipate that with this when we started basing out right here. Well, this one's selling off right now, so a bit disappointing. It's things I worry about sometimes is on these where, it's been grinding up above VWAP all pre-market and, coming into the open, it's like, are we just gonna set the move and now we're on the backside? In this case, it's starting to look like yes. Um, we haven't started to curl yet, but we'll see what happens. AKRO. Just making a push here. I'll draw out these pre-market levels. See if we can get up that high. Ooh, it's chilly in here. Wow, the markets are just going to the depths right now. This is pretty crazy. Resumption on NRBO will be in about 30 seconds here. So draw out some of these pre-market levels real quickly. Try high of day here. So aggressive this thing is gonna see how nice the resumption's gonna look on it. Oh wow, I actually messed up. I'm glad. So this is actually sort of came out of the hall at 37. So I kind of botched that timing. Good thing it's a 10-minute halt. Man, ENTB just getting shorted to the depths. I tried it with a very tight stop loss at 20s here, so we get the curl over VWAP. No dice. So it looks like the leading gappers aren't doing so hot right now. Which is a bit disappointing. Well. Wait. That should be good right there, I'd say. So look at these other ones. CMRA. I kind of was too quickly to call this one down and out. Or I just wasn't as interested because the pre-market chart didn't look very well. No, it looked very nice. But here we go. This thing's moving nicely now. So, I do want to be paying attention to this halt, though, which resumption is going to be in about 2 minutes. So, maybe look for a quick trade on this one. We'll see. I'm going to switch back to NRBO. Resumption should be in about 15 seconds here. So I'll see this thing resumes. Ooh, I just realized though this is pretty low volume. It's the only thing right now. But we'll see what happens with it. It's gonna be a nice high resumption. There's a dip and a rip. So a dip, but it was real quick. They'd be really quick with that. Yeah, pretty low volume on this resumption here. Good morning. What's up, Paul? Yeah, dude. You know where I'll be. Let's get back over to CMRA here. Well, false breakout here to 286. AKRO, so it's starting to curl back. NRBO. Yeah, the thing I don't like about this one is really light volume right now. It's gonna lock up another halt at $23.64. Wow. So what was the trade on this one? Is my audio? Yeah, audio should be coming through. I don't know why YouTube is saying it's not. we're kind of already over that. Let me say KRO. So to break out of this range a little bit. Wow. Big sell off there from highs. Potential dip trade, but that was a bit risky there. Yeah. Wow, now it's just going down to the depths. So NRBO, this one halted up for a second time, and now it's over pre-market highs. So the only thing is, I don't know how aggressive I want to be on the stock like this. This thing was on watch yesterday, and it was 50 cents. Yeah, I'm not too sure either. Coming into the open, I liked ENTB, but unfortunately, I mean, we had a bit of a gap and go here. It open started buying, getting bought up, but then we kind of had a false break over this highs and then a fade. I tried one trade on it in this area. I think it was on this candle right here, because I thought it was about to make a new high, and it looked like it might start curling up with VWAP right below it as some support. With a really tight stop, but it didn't end up working out, so small little loser there. Yeah, so I don't know what you could possibly find on ENTB for daily levels. It doesn't really look like there's anything. It really doesn't. All you have is red candles here on the daily. Just maybe highs and lows of this day, or one of these days. If it's a 5 minute halt, it's going to resume in about 40 seconds. Man, you see the indices today? I got up and they're gap down like 2.5%. The Qs are down 3% right now. It's like crazy. Yeah, so this is a pretty low volume halt. So again, I'm going to be cautious. But it looks decent here. 10 minutes on the resumption, or seconds. Well, 5 now if it's a 5 minute halt. But the last halt was 10 minutes, so we'll see. There's resumption. Man alive. And it did kind of dip and rip, but it's just so quick. And it's low volume. CPI month over month increase 1.4. Yeah. Yeah. That's not good. I think I'm recording my trades has definitely been beneficial. It's kind of been shedding some light. I realized yesterday, after watching that recap, or after going over my stream rather, while making the recap, um, I realized, and then kind of for the second day in a row, that like basically 90% of the trades that I've been taking are have been dip trades. Um, so I think that I'm gonna kind of keep chasing that, and it seems like the ones that have been when the setup looks good for the breakout and then the pullback, and then for the pullback retest of support, and then to test the high of that candle again. That trade has been working out. I'd say more than like 60% of the time. So I think I'm gonna keep chasing that style because I enjoy the dip trades, and for me they feel less risky and a little bit more easy to, a little more comfortable. Easy is obviously not the right word, but yeah, more comfortable. NRBO, man, I don't know how to trade this one. Low volume, but it's tough. Just gonna halt up again at $26.88 there. Yeah, I don't really trust it either. That's why I haven't taken any trades. I was tempted to take it here. I was kind of talking though when it dipped down to 23. Almost hit the buy button there to see if I could get a similar thing to right here after this halt resumption. We had a flush, and it did. But yeah, I just did a reverse split. Yeah, I know. I don't know. CMRA. It's not bad. A nice push over highs here, but then get back all those gains. Over here, I've got the. So I used to have, 1 minute, 5 minute daily. And I think I want to give myself a little more room for this daily chart here going forward. Anyway, and then I would have a secondary idea right here that was just quickly, next to my my vision. So if I was looking at, the thing I want to be my primary idea, and then sometimes this would be moving, and it would be beneficial, so I wouldn't miss it. But I changed this. I realized yesterday that Webull offers second charts. Unfortunately, they don't have a 10-second, but they have a 5, a 15, and a 30. So I'm going to start experimenting, or at least paying attention today and going forward to the 15-second chart. Because I've always wanted a 10-second, but I don't know any. I know like um, e-signal offers it, and Lightspeed, whatever, but they're all expensive brokers, and at this point in my journey I'm looking to keep costs down as low as possible. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get a little bit more verse using the 15-second because I feel like it coincides with my strategy pretty well. Just being the quick, fast-paced trading. WLDS. So yeah, looks like that's an IPO. It's gonna happen today. I'm gonna look up something on it quickly. $18 million US IPO. Didn't say how many shares though are gonna be outstanding. I'm not looking to create an account so I can further read that article. Shares, it doesn't say here. Oh no, shares 14.84 million, so about a $15 million float or share float. If that's accurate information. Sometimes I don't necessarily trust the information out there on like FinViz and such. Like yesterday, I'm pretty sure I was looking at FinViz and it said the float for INM was like 0.7 million, 700,000 shares. And in reality, a difference when I looked, a different size, it was like 7 million. So 10 times the float that it said on FinViz. So I don't really know how to trust it. Resumption on NRBO. It's going to be in about 50 seconds if it's a 5-minute halt. This is now the third halt. Right? Yeah, third halt. The thing is they're not back to back to back. So I don't think that we'll see this thing straight sell off right away again. But we could. I don't think we'll see the typical flush we get after a third halt just because of how the chart looks. But we'll see how it plays out. I'll watch resumption here in about 10 seconds. It's going to be a lower resumption. I almost hit the buy button again for this third time where kind of the setup where we opened, had a flat range there, and then it broke below that. Man, this is going to be my trade, I swear. Going back and studying and looking at stuff. This is the trade that I've been noticing a lot. It's a little bit more sketchy in this context, but same kind of idea where we've got support over a few candles and then it dips below that briefly and that gets bought up. Just want to get used to trying to look at it on the 15-second there because I've, until now, been just using the 1 minute for that style of trade. But if you look at the 1 minute here, it does not reflect this at all, so... Oh, I take that back. It kind of does right here. We have this range. It just looks a little bit more clean on the 15-second. Yeah, this thing doesn't look down and out yet. AKRO, it's fighting back towards VWAP. ENTB, about 80 cents off VWAP. Well, 30. I mean 50. 50, 60. CMRA, since I left below VWAP now. Got the rejection off of just under $3 there. It's fighting for VWAP. Usually by the, yeah. Usually by the breakout after that pullback, which I'm trying to remember what exactly which scenario you're talking about. So you wouldn't necessarily be buying the pullback, but you'd be buying the breakout after the pullback and the right back up. Yeah, and I understand. I used to try. I mean, I still do try to do that, visualizing the price action of like a smaller time frame in my head, but I'm a very visual person, visual learner. So I think that having it displayed on a chart is beneficial for me. That was my biggest draw to trading in the first place, is just all the charts. I like charts. take the actual. Okay, if you like it, yeah. In this case, yeah, I'm not so thrilled to take a trade on this here because yeah, this one's a bit sketchy. It's still real light volume. I mean, not terrible. It's doable, but lighter volume. Wow, AKRO, nice. So right away, looking at this, I got some information quickly that I wouldn't have known looking at the 1 minute. I pulled up the chart. 1 minute candle is strong. When I looked at the chart, the 1 minute candle was at 28.50 almost. So it's like, then looking at the 15 second, I can see that what already happened in that price action is we had a dip down to 27 and it got bought back up. So I feel like it's going to be beneficial if I can take some time to get used to having it there. Here's one little piece of information, an example of some information that I would have missed here looking at the stock at the 1 minute right away. But we'll see. I'll give it a few weeks and see if it's going to be beneficial for my strategy or not. Yeah, basically a triple top right there. Is nice for micro. Yeah, and that's kind of the idea. As you probably have noticed from my style, I don't like the long hold time trades as much. So the smaller, kind of micro scalps is what I like to do, preferably. Though I would like to start getting better at recognizing patterns on larger time frames, and taking, maybe 5 minute holds. Like if we get a really nice 5 minute pattern, there's been a couple times we've had nice 5 minute patterns that I don't take the longer trade on because I guess I'm just not as confident with those and don't have as much practice. And RBO looks like this wants to break out again. So we're consolidating high here. I like this setup here. Wow, look at that. I don't like street focus on the 1.5. Yeah. No, I agree with that. It's something that I've been trying to give more focus to is understanding the bigger picture and looking at the daily. I don't mean strictly looking at the 1 and 5. I just mean that I want to be able to be a bit more versed at taking longer setups on like the 5 minute chart, so longer hold times versus just micro scalping for every trade. $20.06 there. I want to be careful because I know this thing can flush, and we've seen it right here. NRBO halted up again, and it did break out. Man, wild. Crazy. Wow, markets are down substantially. Q's down 3.6% now. The SPY is now under 400 at 2.3%. Gone on the day. Excuse me. Um, so this IPO is going to be 425 a unit, a share, looks like. I can't find the time though. Yeah, I'm not sure what time it's gonna open at. NRBO should resume in about 2 minutes if it's gonna be a 5 minute halt. This is now the fourth halt on the stock, and it's kind of going crazy. The main reason I haven't participated is because the volume's been low. It's a reverse split. Not the biggest fan of those two things right there. Coming into some resistance now on the daily too. Resumption in about 30 seconds. I'll be watching. Man, I feel like I got enough sleep last night. For some reason, I feel yawny. Don't like that. Wow, this thing is getting held up. Yeah, the spreads are pretty significant here. So again, no trades, but the dip and rip ended up being strong there. Someone's holding this thing up. Up 84% on the day right now. It's pretty crazy after a reverse split. There's a potential dip there, but oh man, I'm just wary of the looming threat of a halt down after 4 halts to the upside. CMRA, reclaim VWAP here. Got a lot of wicks up towards this range though, so can be careful. Just break out 98 is the highs. Volume's starting to slow down on here. Also, one thing I'm realizing is volume declines is nice because you can gives you another little look and looking at the 15-second chart here. Can we see that we have these two big red candles at the top of this move with more volume than this one, which in the 1 minute doesn't reflect that. So we're starting to curl back up here. Try buying the dip there. 6. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of that one. I was looking for a quicker bounce to see if this candle would wick right here. Looks like AKRO sold off below VWAP now, yeah. CMRA. Guess this is gonna be the one that I'm most interested in right now. Looking at the daily chart, right up into this resistance. That's right, I forgot to mark out daily levels on this one. We've got that triple top around 95, 96, which is right where we ran into resistance here, so. Let's take a look at the other ones from today. SYRS, no good. NRBO, yeah, this one is just wild. It's now up 108% of the day. No trades on it. And it's just still just going up, up, and away. Yeah, so this thing is like irrationally strong. And it's locked up in another hole at 37. Incredible. Volume on this one, Sierra May, it's 18 million on the day so far, so not fantastic, especially on a cheaper stock like this. I'm gonna put so there's more volume on AKRO than anything. Yeah, I know. NRBO is insane. Keeps going. It's up like $20 a share. It's crazy. And there just hasn't been much volume in it, and I haven't taken any trades. How much higher is NRBO gonna go? That's my question. UVXY, it's up 8% today. UVXY is kind of like a fear-based index. So when that thing's up 8%, it's not great for the condition of the market. Or the overall condition of the market isn't great. Mm. Yeah, it's certainly up over the lines I drew. Yeah, we got significant volume on this day. Which is what level is this? $40.80. And I think that's what you're talking about. Close enough. Yeah, it's crazy. This thing was like 25 cents yesterday. We did a reverse split and went to the moon. Usually, I don't think I've ever seen a stock go quite so parabolic off of a reverse split. Because it's not like a reverse split is a bullish thing. CRMA held up a VWAP. ENTB. We sold off, but now we're holding here. So I wonder if we'll start curling up towards the VWAP. That would be good. So it doesn't get, yeah, could be. I remember when I first got into trading, and I was trading penny stocks. I invested in, I have no idea where I got the hunch from. It was like some random thing I saw online or a buddy told me to buy. I don't remember what the case was, but I bought a penny stock that was like, 50 cents for say, put $100 in, and that did a 10-to-1 reverse split one day. And I got up and looked at my phone. I was in Robinhood at the time, and it glitched. There's resumption. There's a dip. Anyway, it glitched, and before it updated, it factored in the gains of the stock, like it wasn't a reverse split, like the stock actually went up 10 times instead of doing a 10-for-1 reverse split. And so it briefly showed that I had like $1,000 of gains in the trade, and I was beside myself. And then it updated, and it was just a glitch. So it opened and it dipped, and now we're at $41. Like this thing is crazy. It went $4 a share. I don't know. It's not looking too done to me. This thing's just crazy mode. There's new highs. Still pushing highs. Man, I like want to trade this thing, but it's just high risk. Let me take a smaller share size if I do. We're now double the price we were at when I was first thinking of taking trades on it, though. Absurd. There's highs again. When this thing reverses, though, it's gonna reverse hard. Very, very hard. Yeah, so no longer really looking. I mean, I was potentially looking for. I remember right back in this section after I did this here, I was looking on this similar thing on this resumption, but I didn't take it. Now looking for a dip. Yeah, the imminent threat of halting down is very real. So, but yet dips are still getting bought up on this thing. Like, look at all these wicks to the downside. Wick, wick, wick. Like wick, 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 wick. All wicks to the downside. Now this candle's turning green. AKRO. It's above 28. It's at 28. Chart doesn't look bad here. It's kind of an ABCD, but not very clean. Yeah, and dips just continue to get bought up on this thing. Again, where it pulls back into the same kind of setup that I would like to take 3 halts ago. Sit halted again. Yeah, it's halted again. No, it's false halt. I mean, this is just crazy. And again, dip gets bought up. Like, this is just mad. Good to see that momentum, but it's craziness. Like, my strategy, these dip buys would be working if I was being more aggressive on this stock, but I haven't taken any trades on it. So now I'm slightly feeling like a chump. Like, maybe I should have given this thing more of a chance, but yeah, I don't know. Only at 3 million shares of volume on the day. And yeah, the spreads are big. Again with the dip getting bought up. Like, what the heck? We just went $5 a share from that dip. This one's starting to give me FOMO now. Good God. Guarantee the time that I go in looking for a dip buy, it's gonna end up being the top. I just feel it. And I felt like that was gonna be the case back here, but oh man. And again, dip gets bought up. Yeah, certainly huge risk. This is why I've not traded the whole time. But I think the better approach for a stock like this is instead of saying it's high risk and then not trading at all like I've done, I should say it's high risk and then take super small share size if I'm going to take any trades on it. And there's the, there it is. Okay, there's the rug pull. So I was expecting to see that a couple candles ago, but see, but where's the line in the sand between having FOMO and actually missing out on genuinely good opportunity? Yeah, now that's a good point. It's difficult trading with those spreads. That is for sure. But just a slight longer hold time on any of these dips, any of these pullbacks would have been lucrative. But yeah, it's tough. Hold to the downside now, still up 150% on the day. See, and that, I mean, in this right here is kind of case in point as to why I wasn't trading it on dips is because I was thinking that this was going to happen. You know, the threat of that is imminent here after the third halt. I mean, here at these levels. So yeah, it was just kind of a matter of when. And I didn't want to get caught in this trying to buy the dip because if I got in at $44 with 50 shares, I'm down, 150 bucks right now, and I'm locked in a halt. So yeah, the stock like this is tricky for me to like. What's the right approach? Like, is it just to say it's high risk, which it is inherently is because of the style of stock, because of the context? Did you say it's high risk and not trade it, or say it's high risk and try taking a few stabs at smaller share size? But yeah, not having FOMO, I guess. It's just trying to figure out what the best approach on a stock like this is going into the future because it just moved 180% in front of my eyes. So two trades on the day for me so far. One on ENTB off of the open in the first little range. See if we get the. I was anticipating the red to green, similarly to yesterday on INM, where it was very similar of the case actually. Let's actually take these and put them next to each other. It looks very similar. So ENTB. Oh come on. ETNB. That's what my issue is. I keep typing it backwards. So let's go with a 1 minute chart here. Oops. So charting wise, off of the open, looked very similar to what we had yesterday on INM. Where right when it opened, we broke out of this range at $15.15, pushed up to 15.50, pulled back, and then after like 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes of pulling back, we started to curl, and then it ripped through highs. And then when it broke out over this level, it snapped like 70 cents a share like that. But that's regardless. Looking at this one, it was kind of the same case where we opened. Granted, this candle closed green, but we opened, started to kind of gap and go. We pushed over the pre-market pivot range, so we're over this new high of day. We started pulling back, and when we started pulling back in about the 3rd minute candle here, when it looked like it started to base out a little bit here above VWAP, and I tried to anticipate the curl back up for the red to green, but this thing got shorted pretty bad. So looking back, I would certainly take this trade again. It was really tight risk. The upside potential was definitely there. Um, I mean, I'm risking maybe 5 to 10 cents for, I mean, first profit target of this breakout would have probably been towards 40s. So, I mean, that's about 15, 13 cents from when I entered. Other profit target high of day. So, I mean, it was a good trade, but yeah, obviously in this context, it didn't work out. There's a resumption on RBO. It's a higher resumption off of the halt down. This thing can go right back up, up and away. This thing's crazy. That dip got bought up so nicely at 40. Markets are making another leg down here. SPY is down almost 3%. Did it halt it up? It is. So it flushes down almost $10 a share, about $9 from, so about $8 a share, realistically. Opens higher, it tips and then rips. Like this thing is just different. I'll be right back in 1 second. All right. NRBO is crazy. It's gonna halt here at $47. Man, if I was short this thing right now, I'd be sweating right now. If you try to get short in this candle, you're now in a halt to the upside. Yeah, this thing might give a really nice move. We'll see where it opens. Resumption should be in, let's see here, in about 1 minute from now, 27 seconds. And so, yeah, 43 and 28 seconds. Yeah, it certainly is. I noticed that. This has acted as a support for a couple of times now. Let's just, no looking back, just buy in right into this resumption. Walk away for 10 minutes, come back, see where we're at. It's proper risk management, right? Here's resumption in about 5 seconds. See what this thing's gonna do. No, no, I'm not gonna do it. And that's a lower resumption. Gosh dang. If I bought into that halt, I would have been up $4 a share. This thing is just wild. We're starting to get into this like halting constantly territory too. It's crazy. Let's look for something else to trade. The trouble is there's really nothing else right now. Nothing new has popped up on the Momo scans. CMRA. This one looks decent. It's consolidating above VWAP here. But we'll see if we can break out of this range. As of right now, though, I'm not so convinced that we're gonna be able to. It's been about an hour and 15 minutes since the market opened. That's usually when the most opportunity is gonna be for the style of trading that I want to do. I'm down today by like 10, 20 bucks probably at the moment. Oh yeah. See what you're saying. Yeah, the third bounce being this move here in June, again in July, and then yeah, here. Okay. Maybe this thing would be worth taking doing some analysis on for a longer hold. But break and hold, yeah, I'm not sure about that one either. I'd love if we could. Only 15 cents off, but yeah. This thing's crazy. I mean, look at the 5 minute chart. We had like one 5 minute pullback here. Then it rips. And doesn't even really give a 5 minute. I mean, kind of here, but that was just because of the halt. This thing's crazy extended. Wow. The indices continue to push lower. Man, down 4%. Craziness. This is the beauty of day trading. Because you're not susceptible to big money doing things like this to you. How does this happen? How does the SPY drop 10 points in a 1 minute candle? Genuinely, though, how does an indice drop 2.3% in 1 minute? That doesn't even make sense to me. Obviously, it's big money, but what is the market cap on 2.3% on the SPY? It seems absurd. Bad data. Yeah, I get that, but I mean, this is just something that I don't understand here. It's selling off into the open. Sure, this all makes sense. Bad data, creating fear. And we've had, yeah, it's been pumping the last few days. It's been green, but I'm just saying this is what I don't understand. Whenever I come into pre-market and I see this, I do not understand how an index goes down 2.5% in 1 minute. Besides just hedge funds, big money, whatever else, it's got to be. Would have been a day to play the reverse ETFs. Is that just algos? I mean, that's crazy if algos have that much control. I guess. I guess that would make sense, yeah. But it seems ridiculous. Right. Yeah, this is probably actual retail and other traders that are selling off right now. That's bad. That's real bad. This is why I don't like swing trading as much. You'd be in a trade overnight, and all of a sudden bad data comes out, and the market's gapped down 3%, and you're now, screwed. Probably stopping out. Everything on my TOS watch list is right except for the reverse ETFs and like a couple things up like 0.5%. Resumption on NRBO is going to be in about 3 minutes. Oh, watch resumption. If it's probably an open high of day. Got that high there at 53.40. Another top here at 54.60. Had the potential to be huge. Yeah, so I guess when it didn't go that way, then yeah, it's gonna cause a lot of panic. Manipulation. Yeah, certainly seems like certain aspects of the stock market are without a doubt manipulated by big money. AKRO just below VWAP. The NTB hasn't been able to come back yet. CRMA still in this range. So I'll be interested to see what happens if it can break up. We're right up on this breakout level right here. Or here's the idea. Just go balls to the wall. Go short on this thing out of this resumption. Close down my trading stuff. Come back tomorrow morning and watch me be up 50%. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic, but when this thing turns around, it's going to be a lot of money for the shorts. It's up 203% in the day. Yeah, it is honestly more likely than longing at this point. I also thought a short trade would have been the better option off the third halt here when it was $32 a share. So here's resumption. It's going to be a higher resumption. Man, this thing is so wild. This thing is insane. It's like, looks like it's in a halt, false halt, dips, instantly gets bought. Oh, there's a bit of a pullback there, 57. I've got 10 shares typed up here that I might trade with just for the fun of it. But I mean, in reality, I bought 10 little shares at 57 and it goes to 63. That's $5 a share for, that's like the dips are just getting bought up so crazy. I like can't believe it. Seems like a halt down is imminent. You know if RT has traded this thing at all? I'm curious. I would imagine he's kind of has the same look as me, and or as us, and is not trading it. But be curious to see if he did. It's up 250% on the day. Man, alive. No trade. Yeah, okay. I didn't think so. There's the hold down. So only 2 trades in the day for me so far. Wish there was a little bit more action other than this thing, but take what I can take. Someone in a different group wrote it from 21 to and then all out at 57. Can't imagine making over 100% on the trade. Wonder when WLDS is going to IPO. So now I'm seeing a 3.75 million float. Yeah, 3.7 million unit IPO at $4.25 a unit. I'm not seeing anything about time though. It's hard to imagine a stock going 200 some percent and not being to take any trade, not being able to take any trades on it. Could have potentially looked for the dip and rips on the first couple halts, but it's just very high risk inherently this whole time. Oh. Mm. Spreads increase as price increases. Yeah. It's definitely become more difficult up here, especially on like some of these dips. I mean, yeah, you can get caught. This thing, like right here, this dip got bought up so nicely when it flashed down to 53 here. I mean, and then it went $10 a share. So like this thing, the range is absolutely insane. But the same thing that happened on this flush could have very well happened here. So it's just a matter of timing it. And I don't know if it's, yeah, I don't know. In fact, there's a slight bit of luck involved in a stock like this. So CMRA, it's got 26 million shares of volume on the day. It broke down. Yeah, so we had a false breakout over this range. It's disappointing. Yeah, and a pretty decent sized red candle comparatively. So yeah, market sentiment is not very great today. That is for certain. AKRO is also broke down. Guess I'll watch this thing out of the resumption. Should be about 20 seconds till resumption. And again, it's going to be a higher resumption off of a hold down. And man, yeah, there's just really is not much volume up here. Still on the day. What's the volume on this thing on the day? So look how when it doesn't halt to the downside in a massive flush, the dibs get bought up so nicely. And then we're gonna halt up again here at 61. So NRBO. Up 269% on the day. Wow. According to Thinkorswim, because it hasn't factored in the reverse split, it's up 10,992%. Yeah, it did bounce off the daily candle for the second time. So it's like it's respecting these lines here. 66 even is the next resistance there. And then we're like looking at filling this gap back up to 100. What craziness. Oh, so NRBO continues to go parabolic. And we've got a level there at 66, and then the next level I think was at like 60 or 76. Take the light out of the closet. Real loud. You have to like 60. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. I'm not worried about it. I'm not actually stressing the FOMO or anything on it. it's just incredible to see a stock up 270%, and this and haven't taken any trades on it. But this whole time it's been inherently risky, and the volume's lower, the float is low. Yeah, like you said, it can halt down with a moment's notice. And on both of these halts down, they resumed higher and then went into a halt up, which is crazy to me. It's like big money is holding this thing up or something. Yeah, I'm not really, like I said, if I play it, I've got 10 shares tied up here, which is still honestly at this point kind of a lot. But resumption is in 15 seconds if it's a 5-minute halt. But nice. It's going to resume flat. So dip to 57. And yeah, there's a halt down. So this thing is just kind of wild. No sensible trades to take in this area. If you're truly managing risk, so you can't really do it up in this area. AKRO. Ooh, this one's coming back up here now. If you bought for one candle, let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Okay. Whoa. What's happened there? Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be a no trade day for you. Well, I took two trades. One on ETNB, one on CMRA. They were very similar. I believe on this one, what was the time on it? Yeah, I tried it in this area towards this breakout level. I think it ended up being a small green, and the one on ENTB ended up being or ETNB. I keep saying it backwards, and I type it backwards. It was kind of the same thing. All right, Rockling, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Um, I don't even know what the P&L is on the day. Basically, no trade day. Yeah, down $5 on the day. So it was kind of a scratch day. Be curious to see how this thing trades for the rest of the day. Yeah, I joined the chat for a second. I heard that. Maybe I'll listen in. But anyway, for the time being, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'll be back doing a recap for today. Talk about NRBO a little bit. I did do a little bit of research on that stock and watch back the price action and see if it really was tradable to the long side with reasonable risk management. But yeah, not so sure. But yeah, I'll be back with the recap. Be back streaming tomorrow. Yeah, until then, I'll catch you then. Later.